Hi guys, my name is Means. This is going to be a review for the NXEdge style. We have number 35, XS Gundam. Got this through Tatsu Hobby. I did check their website and unfortunately it's currently sold out. But hopefully if you are looking for one that you can get one some other places out there, or contact Tatsu. Maybe they will have some more in the future. So here we go. It's a nice window box. It's actually a little bigger than your typical NXEdge. And XS Gundam, I think it's part of the Sentinel Gundam series. I'm not too familiar with it. It might have been a manga. There wasn't an anime for it, but we've definitely seen a lot of Resin kits, or even the older mold kits of the XS. Kind of curious if they're gonna make a newer mold of it, or in terms of Gunpla. But they have the metal robot Damashi, which is really cool. I wonder if they're gonna make a metal build of that or a Gundam fixed figuration. That would be crazy in that size. But definitely really nice. Actually, speaking of which, I wonder if they're gonna make a Deep Striker. That would be cool to have for NXEdge. Anyways, that's it for the box. Let's take a look inside. This is great. It has a lot going on, especially with that backpack and the shoulder. So for those familiar with the XS Gundam, there is a lot going on for that design. So it comes with this base. It does come with the 3 pillars, which I actually put aside already. But we can mount this on the bottom side, like always, or on the back skirt. Same connection points. Now this backpack is huge, so let's go ahead and detach this, and we'll take a look on it in a bit. So here we go. Now the XS Gundam does have similarities with the Zeta, actually the double Zeta. So if you're more familiar with that, you kind of see. Now one thing I've actually discovered, this part here, it's like the armor for the chest. It does pop off on mine. I'm not sure if they added adhesive, but I actually added a blue tack on it, as you can see there, to kind of hold it in place. So there we go. Now I think there is on other figures or kits that you can part swap to make it on the S Gundam. On this one you can't. It's just the way what you have right here. Going over the details, there is a lot of paint on this one. You get the orange tip, the blue plastic right there, the red, the yellow, the gunmetals here on the chest, the red. You got even the decals on the both shoulders. The backside not much, but they actually painted the back skirt here, which is great. So a little bit of details here and there, and definitely you can put more if you want to add some lining. Although just be careful, because some parts, if it's rubber, it kind of bleeds off. Articulation wise, we have the neck going forward, side to side, although it seems like it's always looking down. It doesn't really look up that much. There we go. Shoulder, typical NXEdge. You can move it around. You got the shoulder armor on a hinge system here. You got your bicep swivel, your elbow bend, and your wrist swivel right here, which is on a peg system. This thing you can move side to side. This thing is fixed, and this thing here is pegged as well, so you can move that around, although it does hit on the back side, so you can only raise it that high. That's going to be the same on the other side right here. You got your waist articulation right there. This rifle, the side skirt rifle, we can move forward and back, no problem. The back skirt is a bit flexible, but it is part of the back and front. I think they're all interconnected, and it's just the piece that you put on before you put the top body. Now for the waist area, it's a bit limited, especially with this knee thing there. Not quite sure what this is. Might be thrusters, stabilizers. You got your knee bend right there, not too bad. They're definitely great for certain angle pose. Then you got your ankle articulation here, which is a bit limited. Whoops. Yeah, I can't really do much of the side. Let's see if I can pop this back in. side bend there, but it's for the most part gonna have them tipping up like this or pointing out. And why is that thing not bending back? Oh, it's the white piece. There we go. So yeah. Otherwise, we do get 2 beam sabers, so you can dual wield. Let's put one here. It is a little bit tough to put this on. I think it's supposed to be this way or something. There we go. Got one in there. You got another one on this side. Just be careful as you push that in, and probably better yet, remove the hands, put the beam saber, and put back. Yeah. So there we go. Now let's take a look at the back rocket thrusters here. So this part here are fixed. You cannot move that. Even the flaps here, they're all molded in. This one though, you can, they're pegged in, so that is great. They're like cannons. This thing moves out too. They're just pegged in. You can remove that if you want to. This thing, kind of like your fin or stabilizer, or the tail, that is movable there. And let's put this back here. Let's see here. It's just slide. There we go. So yeah, it's a really cool backpack. And let's put this back here. So there we go, building 2 beam sabers. Quite nice. And we can take this out. Oops. Didn't mean it to take that out that way. But you get a extra pair of hands. Just open ones. I'm gonna go ahead and reattach this here. Attach to that. And another thing I want to point out too, be careful on this. Once you attach it, there is a tendency to dislocate like that. I had a few times where I had it on display, I kind of just nudge the figure and it disconnect on that base. So it comes tumbling down. Good thing I have a carpet, but just be really careful. So you can have in this pose as well. Otherwise, we have the rifle. Actually, let's take this out. It's probably a little safer. Whoops! Why do I keep popping on the bicep? It's actually a little hard to put this back on there. It's a lot of moving parts. Alright, let's peg this back in there. Alright, just bear with me. Okay, now, so for the rifle, you got that nice radar thing. Quite iconic. The Dendrobium has that too. So on this one, it's a solid piece, but there is this moving part here, which is the connector for the waist area. But for now, let's go ahead and reattach the hand here. And I find the best way to do this is kind of tilting it onto the side, putting on the underarm area, and there we go. That's probably a good way to post this, like this. Otherwise, let's go ahead and attach. Well, let's remove this again. Reattach this. So I'm not quite familiar why there's a certain pose on this. I wonder if where's that connector? So you're gonna be using this one here. If the rifle gets materialized in front of him, that'd be cool. Your weapon's just getting teleported or something. So that's how it's connected, and I'll just do it this way. Yeah, it's one of the iconic poses of the Sentinel Gundam. You've probably seen this particular pose with those awesome resin kits or even mold kits. But yeah, and I'll probably keep it on this particular display. Because otherwise, well, maybe even just holding the rifle with his right arm, that will work too. But yeah, there we go. That's pretty much it for the review. Overall, this is a really great figure. I would highly recommend getting the NXEdge XS Gundam. And yeah, it's quite nice. Alright, so let me bring out my tower and let's put it in there.